There are times when I open my sketchbook, see a big blank spread, and suddenly feel very overwhelmed. There is a lot of space to cover, and sometimes it just feels too daunting to get started. When I feel like this, sometimes I just need a few quick, fun ideas to get going. And if you're the same way and need help putting marks on that page, here are 10 creative ways to fill your sketchbook spread. One of my favorite ways to fill a sketchbook spread is by using panels. Fill them in with different items, scenes, or moments in your day. Basically, anything you want. The benefit of using smaller panels is that you can focus on smaller areas of the page, which feels way less intimidating. There are many different ways you can lay out your panels. You can block out the panels using line work, paint a background color as a panel, or even use tape to map out your panel spot. You can even make panels using different shapes like circles or hearts, and be creative with choosing a color palette that works across the entire spread. Here, I'm painting several different panels at once so I can let certain sections dry, but you could just focus on one panel at a time if that's more comfortable for you. I really love using panels to explore different places. I'll go to mapcrunch.com to access a random street view. By moving around the street and getting different views of the location, I can create a fun and dynamic spread that encompasses the area or town. In this spread, the website led me to a church and its graveyard. And pretty soon, I have a whole sketchbook spread filled. My next prompt is one that I use the most often when I'm not sure what to draw. All you have to do is pick a category. Study one subject or item, but draw several different versions of that subject. Your category could be shoes, ghosts, desserts, just about anything you can think of. It can be really fun to experiment with different styles of drawing with the same subject, or just take a chance to get familiar with a specific category. A quick Pinterest search of your subject will provide you with tons of examples to choose from, and you'll have so much fun exploring one specific category. Plus, I always think these sketchbook spreads turn out just so cute. A very classic but still super fun way to fill an entire sketchbook spread is to create a mixed media piece. Try using a few different types of mediums in one artwork. An extra fun challenge is to try to use as many different mediums as you have. Take out your colored pencils, paints, markers, and inks to create a landscape, building, or even an abstract painting. It's fun just to let go a little bit and explore how all of your supplies work together. And you might find some color combinations and textures that you absolutely love and can bring into your next work. I find mixed media to be a very quick way to fill a sketchbook spread and get inspired with new combinations. Next up is the type of sketchbook spread I always find littered throughout all of my sketchbooks. Just doodle. Use all of your favorite mark-making tools and doodle whatever you love to draw. You don't have to use a theme or even a reference. Just start drawing. Fill the entire page with whatever your mind can think up. Just have fun and don't take it too seriously. Soon you'll have an entire sketchbook spread filled with fun little items. A more challenging prompt is to sketch a full city scene or a building. Whether you're actually out in the city or at home using a reference photo, it's really fun to fill a whole spread with a cityscape. Sometimes it can feel really overwhelming with such a huge reference, so I always like to remember to focus on one area or building whenever I'm urban sketching. It's helpful to have that one focal point where I can add a lot of detail, and then I can always leave the rest fairly abstract if you don't have time for that. For one of my favorite ways to enhance an urban sketch, just add a bright splash of color. Some vibrancy always makes my architecture and urban drawing sketches feel new and fun. If you want to try something a little different, why not add words to your sketchbook spread? Draw out a quote you really love, or an affirmative saying that you love to repeat. The quote itself can be an art piece, or you can add a bunch of drawings around it to encompass the theme. This is a great way to practice your lettering and design skills. And even if you don't use fancy calligraphy, just writing something down can feel inspiring and motivating. A bonus tip for filling the sketchbook spread quickly is to use a larger nib. These markers fill a lot of space, which makes it way faster to cover more paper. And I hope my quote inspires you to keep moving forward. Even if something takes a long time, like filling a sketchbook, the time is going to pass anyway, so might as well take the time to do it. The next way to fill your sketchbook spread is by using your own photos and memories to create a travel spread. I love taking lots of photos of things I want to draw later. Having my own library of reference photos makes it easy to find something I want to draw. And when I travel, I make sure to save all of those inspiring moments for when I'm back in front of my sketchbook. Use panels like I am here, or just recreate a landscape or other photo you've taken. You can write snippets of what you loved about your trip and really document your own memories. You can draw the things you did, food you ate, and the people you were with. These make such unique and special sketchbook spreads that I just love looking back at. A really fun and quick prompt to fill your sketchbook is to explore unusual shapes. For this exercise, all you need to do is use a paint or an ink wash and just draw loose shapes on your page. Fill up the spread with abstract blobs or whatever your brush creates. Once dried, draw over them with unique faces or other subjects. Try to see inside of the shape for maybe an animal or a new expression, or maybe you try to draw a bunch of flowers in fun shapes. I always like to draw different faces because it really stretches me outside of the regular comfort zone of how I draw a face, because faces are very unique and different. This fun exercise will get you out of your comfort zone of the normal shapes you use and help you loosen up and exaggerate new looks. Plus, I find it takes the stress out of drawing and helps me just dig into a fun, creative, problem-solving challenge. Next is to use your favorite movie, book, or video game to get inspiration from a story. You can draw the characters, places, or the most important moments. This really is one of my favorite ways to get back into having fun and just getting lost in my sketchbook. Using the books and movies that I love as inspiration for art has always been one of my favorite ways to draw. And drawing fan art was really what made me fall in love with art to begin with. So don't forget to let yourself just have fun once in a while. Our final prompt for today is to fill your sketchbook spread with an exploration for a larger project. Do you have a painting idea you need to work out, or a story character that needs design work? Maybe you don't even have any large projects, but just want to flesh out some ideas for a dream design. Whatever your idea or project may be, use thumbnails and sketches to get your rough draft down on paper. Test out different designs, colors, and layouts. Do some research and make notes. Maybe you find some cool reference images that work with your project. You could even do a full test for a final piece. Even if you never end up creating a final work, you will still get to explore your ideas in a new way. And I personally find that getting my ideas down on paper always leads to something new in the future, even if it isn't directly related. If your ideas just live in your head, then nothing will come of them. So make sure you get them down on your sketchbook spread, and then someday something will blossom from that little sketch. I do hope this video helped spark your creativity and make you excited about sketching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe for more upcoming videos to help your art practice. But if you're not done drawing just yet, I have a ton of other sketchbook ideas and drawing prompts in this video playlist. I'll see you there, and happy drawing!